Welcome to Black Love Matters, where this serves as a therapy session for figuring out adulthood,
loving each other,
and finding our inner Brock and Michelle.
or Jay-Z and Beyonce, or this one. You know what? That's an oldie but goodie, but we gonna talk about LeBron and Savannah because LeBron got his little TV show on HBO with the black men in the barbershop, and I want to unpack that a little bit.
Okay.
Because I don't think none of these ideas are LeBron's. I want to put that on the record to say I am a solo Savannah stan. I think she is the brains behind the whole LeBron James movement. Not saying he's not smart or anything like that, but Blaze Pizza, all these shows, Savannah.
Okay.
Do not believe that? You think LeBron is the creative genius behind all this?
I don't know. I know he got a business partner. I don't know.
Yeah, Savannah. Who's the business partner?
I'm talking about the other dude.
Oh, okay. Who do you think told him to get it?
I don't know.
We might have to change the location where we're recording. Y'all, can y'all hear them cars in the background? Sound like we in the east side of Detroit.
I don't know if they can hear the cars.
I feel like they can.
Oh.
I think when I was re-listening to the episode, I heard it. Oh. But yeah, I do want to shout out just LeBron James and Savannah's love because they definitely got that ride or die love, right? I think everyone was waiting for LeBron James to drop that ball. Is that shady?
Were you waiting on him?
Yeah.
Oh, hating ass Nyandi.
I was waiting on LeBron to give me reasons not to stand for him, and he hasn't given me one yet. All the way from him standing behind his mama to him going back to Cleveland, even going back to California. Like Bronny can do no shame in my eyes.
You call him Bronny?
Bronny.
Oh.
Yeah, because I know, it kind of reminds me of Kobe, right? Some people really stand for Kobe. I'm not the biggest Kobe Bryant stan.
Why not?
Same reason I'm not the biggest Michael Jordan stan.
And that's why?
Because they don't be in the streets, honey. When's the last thing you seen? Maybe I shouldn't say the streets. I shouldn't say that. They give philanthropy, right? I do believe that. But I don't know. Just LeBron's transparency and his forwardness with just being a black man and being with a black woman and being with his black family. And he just does it so unapologetically that, I don't know, compared to, Bronny and...
Bronny?
I'm sorry, compared to, what's that, Black Mamba?
Kobe? What's that old Black Mamba?
Ain't that what they call him?
Yeah.
And, Michael Jordan bald-headed ass, they don't.
Yeah.
And I would love a receipt to show that they do, but I just...
Well, Kobe
I don't
been
think
with that
those
white
are
woman for a while, and Jordan. Well, Jordan had a black wife.
And she left.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to, what's her name? I forgot her name.
I don't know.
She quietly left with half that nigga. And she deserved it.
I want to say Camille, but that's not right.
No, that's Bill Cosby. I wanted to say Cookie, but that's I don't want to get no shit started. That's what's Magic's wife. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. You just don't hear, and not just them, right? I'm just highlighting them because they're kind of our greatest, right, in the last few decades or so.
Juanita
left for a reason, honey. She don't have to say nothing.
Oh, Juanita.
And Juanita got what she deserved. And everyone was quiet, weren't they?
Yeah.
Exactly. I just don't see it as much. Michael Jordan getting a little better. Kobe came out with his little feature film about being a basketball player and going down the street, but still it's not as much as I would. I think the bar has just been risen. Mm-hmm. Is that a word? Yeah, risen. I think the bar has been risen. I think LeBron consistently jumps above it for me. And steal the shit at basketball.
No
right?
pun intended.
Like, he can, no pun intended. Like, he literally can bounce a ball, walk, and chew gum at the same time. And I guess I just had such low standards for these niggas that I didn't think they could. But LeBron James showed me you can. So if you're not, do better.
And this nigga did that without a college degree. How about that?
Do you see what I'm saying? That's just the different standards.
How about
and the
that?
influence that folks have. Not that LeBron didn't have influence, but I definitely think LeBron was coming more from a... folks was rooting for him, but it was a time LeBron and Carmelo Anthony was in the same group.
What you talking about? They got drafted the same year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but those are two different caliber. No, let me back all this up. I'm going down the road. I don't need to go down. Who is you? I'm going because niggas going to be like, what about I'm not going down this with Lala and I am not. I am not.
Sometimes I just let her go.
Why are you going to let me go down that rabbit hole?
I just let her go.
But I'm just saying, from the caliber athlete that he is, the amount of money and influence, I just don't see others on that same level or we're on that same level doing it. And not even that they couldn't do it at that time, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I understand that when MJ was coming up, or even the folks before him, was a different time and era. But last time I checked, that money still run long.
Yeah.
and I ain't seen nothing. Even for him to be like, I wasn't even thinking, thank you, young fella, for waking my eyes up to this. Nah.
Like
He's still coming out with them high ass shoes though. What? I pay attention to shit like that. What?
Thank you, young blood.
Like, you thank you for making a way. I couldn't do it when I did it. Let me help. Nah, that nigga ain't said nothing. All
Why
right,
would
OJ. Keep it up. My eyes on you, Mike.
I'm not black, I'm OJ.
My eyes on you and Black Mamba.
I'm not black, I'm
Because because Black Mamba gonna have to do, Black Mamba gonna have to do something too, because he young. Well, he barely 40.
His ass is chilling out somewhere.
Yeah, but he only gonna be able to chill for so many years before he gets bored. So he gonna need the community support. Well, maybe he can come and talk. He also kind of house cattish too, right?
What's a house cat?
House cat are like, whatever you think a house cat is, that's what it is. Because you're not gonna get Neil was just trying to constantly get me caught up.
I'm just asking you questions, baby.
House cats can be all shades and colors and sizes, but traditionally it's more lighter skinned men that, I don't know, try to put up this facade that they big and bad, and then when you come in and like step to them, they not like house cats. Like, house cats kind of get buck at first, right? Until you roll up on them. And then they're like, oh, shit, I just want to pet. Oh, house cat ass.
Okay. Anything else?
No. Who is you?
I'm Neo.
And I'm Naomi.
And this is episode 186. I think it's 186.
Yes, it is. It's 186.
Be sure to leave a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts and on Stitcher. And follow us on forums of social media at Black Love Matters. That's Black with no K. What's up?
What do I got? I did not accomplish much this weekend, which is continuously to be a trend. But that's okay.
Did you go to church?
Ooh. Wait a minute, Niram. Don't you do that. I did not make it to the house of the Lord, but I'm always a child of God, with God, for God.
Did you watch church on TV or anything?
The day's not over, because we record this day before the day's not over, and Joel Osteen is always open, or the Potter's House. In my church live stream too. I might see, almost said his name, I might see what pastor talking about. Because I went to church last week though in Detroit, and it was fabulous.
Interesting.
What was it? Actually, that's how I knew I was in Detroit, because the service was called Prayed Up. I thought that was some shit I made up. I said, when the pastor said, I said, y'all be prayed up too. He was, niggas. What'd you say?
Y'all niggas.
It was, that's how I know that's where I belong. That's how I know in my city, because we were able to say things like that. Anyway, I'm looking at my notes. Yeah, it's about stay prayed up, watching Judgment. And actually I liked him because he talked about like giving instructions in the blueprint for prayer. Right, and understanding what that means. Like, and I like how this is from last week, really talked about like prayer is important, but action is just as important, right, in direction. But this serum, we're gonna talk about prayer, right, and not getting away from prayer, and like the prototype for it, and like going to your secret place. You know how I believe in what, getting on my knees, closing the door. I go in the bathroom, I go hide in the closet. I do all of that, and it's just something to that. So it's good. And then also in prayer, how you kind of pray for everybody, your past, present, future, your enemy. You pray for everybody doing prayer, right? A prayer is not just a selfish task. You pray for everything around you. But anywho, we get into that. But no, I did not make it to church out in Silicon Valley today. And then Nero got the nerve. Church started in 10 minutes. Is you going to church? I was like, no, I ain't going to go to church.
It was not 10 minutes.
It was 10 minutes. Church was due to start in 10 minutes. And Nero was like, you going to church? I was like, no. He's like, oh, I was going to go with you. I started to get up and be like, oh, let's roll.
Church did not start in 10 minutes.
It was literally going to start in 10 minutes.
And
Church started at 10.
And if it did, we only 5 minutes from church.
I had to 5 minutes wash my tail before I go up in that church. Smelling like who did it and why.
It ain't my fault you stay funky.
Oh, Nero. But Nero tried it. But don't worry. I'm back on it. I stay tight with that Lord. Mm-hmm. But what I did interesting, y'all. I don't know if I love the month of October. I love fall. And most of all, I love scary movies. And something that came out on Netflix, I think we talked about a couple weeks. It's called The House on Haunting Hill. And I think we talked about the previews. Wasn't that preview scary as well?
Yeah, it was scary as fuck.
And it was a good movie. It was a series, actually. So it's a series, and I think it's 8 or 10 episodes or something like that. They're about an hour long. And I'm not going to give everything away because y'all need to watch it. But it was good. So if you like, it's scary though. Don't watch that shit alone. And don't watch that shit in the dark. Then would be my recommendation. Because I watched it a little alone. And I had to get up and move around. And I had to... Before I went to bed, I had to watch the appropriate show. I had to watch Big Mouth.
Oh, scary ass Naomi.
Nero, he gonna talk about, he did a long run and he was on the couch with me watching the shows, and I was like in and out, so I was like, I can start over and watch this, Nero. And Nero was like, no, just go where you left off. And he done dozed off, and I went in the kitchen to get something to drink and came back, and then somebody jumped on the screen, and why we both screaming? What was that? What happened?
I was asleep. I don't know what the fuck it was, but I was sleeping. It's like, what the fuck?
We both was scared.
No, ma'am.
But the effects are good, and House on Haunting Hill, the Haunting on Hill House, I'm sorry, I should say, I'm getting it confused with the Vincent Price one, House on Haunted Hill. This is actually based off a book that came out in the 50s, so it's bomb, right? Like, I read the book, so the book is bomb, and this is so worth it if you're into horror, that whole genre. But also for the folks who are into horror, find you a partner to watch it. And I would say get through maybe 3 or 4 episodes with them. And once you're through the 3 or 4 episodes, like the scary parts, I don't know how to say it, but it like dwindles away and it transitions from scary to tragic. Like you really begin to feel for the family. Does that make sense, Niram? Did you get a 5 of that? Like you really got to hurt for the family. Like it was almost a family horror story. Like, damn, all this happened to that family? This is tragic.
I don't know about all that. I fell asleep.
Okay, I'm hating this now.
I'm telling my
for
truth.
the folks who like more of a thriller, action, like I feel like it can appeal to those folks too, but you got to get through them first couple episodes with them doors and that darkness and the creaking and the spider webs. Once you get through that, it is really good, right? Like and also it kind of turned on its head what is to be like a horror genre, like, and what's really scary, because like I said, of course they got things jumping out and ghosts and stuff like that, but towards the end, hell, I wasn't even scared of the ghosts no more. I was scared of the human demons. What the old folks say, when you're in the graveyard, you don't got to worry about the dead, honey. You need to worry about the living, right? I got to that point where I was there because they touched on things like generational trauma, mental illness, drug abuse, pridefulness, right? And, forgiveness, and how those are really the horrors and tragedies of families and not the damn ghosts. I almost wanted to shout for that. I said, you better come on. So you were, because also who plays a role in this series that I think the director did really good was The House. The House feels like it's its own character. Like, because it gets to the point where you be like, I hate this house. But at the same time, you be like, but it's a house, right? Like, it's almost playing with your own mind. You'd be like, are they thinking this? Or is this shit really popping off in this house, right? Like, you don't know. So I really recommend y'all go watch it. But I ain't gonna lie, the shit is scary now. The soundtrack, and it get to crackling and shit, and it'll jump out at you. But foundationally, the message is something.
Oh, scary ass Nyambi.
Okay, y'all watch it alone at night. Don't take Niram advice and see how it go.
I went to sleep, so.
And you woke up scared.
I wake up scared.
So
this is something loud that came on the screen that woke me up out my sleep. It jarred me.
Yeah.
It fucked me all up while I was asleep.
So that was a highlight of the weekend. Like, it was just really well done. Like, and that's how I know. I told Niram, that's how I know I'm getting old, when life started to scare me, not ghost. I said, what's scary?
Yep, you starting to go into your grandma's face. Shut that noise up. Ain't no candy man gonna come get you.
Tell the nigga to come see me.
I don't even know why them kids let you. Johnny, why you let that boy watch Candy Man?
Tell Candy Man to come see me.
Now his ass can't sleep.
I tell him to come see me.
God damn it. You need to be worried about me.
Exactly.
Need to be worried about them niggas on the corner instead of fucking Candy Man.
Exactly. You worried about Candy Man? So I feel like I'm making that transition in my life. You need to be worried
about Del Rey and Tyrone and them.
Yeah, that's why I feel like I done made that transition in my life when I ain't scared of ghosts. I tell people to tell the ghosts to come see about me. Because I'm a child of God. Honey. What we about to do. Other than that, like y'all know, I put on a conference. Not a conference, like a retreat for like 2 teams at my job. So for my primary team and then my secondary team, they were like back-to-back retreats, and they went well. Like, one was more on-site type of stuff, right? And the other one was off-site, where we actually got like a house, and we went to a house, and a huge house, right? And did house things. And what was interesting was like everyone gave gifts, and one of the going away gifts was a Zen garden, and I've just now unpacked it, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it. It don't come with instructions. What the hell are you supposed to do with a Zen garden? All this sand done got on my desk.
You're supposed to play in the dirt. And with the rocks and shit.
What is there a guided meditation practice? It came with it. Maybe the instructions are in the meditation book.
Well, have you looked in the meditation book?
Yeah, I mean, I perused through it, but I didn't go step by step. Let me open this book. Introduction. Oh my God, it's so long.
Do they have what's the name?
A what? A website?
No.
The purpose of cultivating a Zen rock garden is to learn to open your mind and see more than what is before you. Okay, this is what the kit includes. You can experience Zen gardening on a personal level wherever you choose. The rocks resemble mountains. And okay.
What did it say?
I'm all set.
Read it to us, baby.
What do you mean? They're just going on about symbolic shit. Oh, sorry. Y'all hear them cracking in the background on rocks. The rocks resemble mountains in the sand water. As you rake the sand around the rocks, you can choose the pattern and design reflecting swirling pools or swift streams. It is the patterns evolving from the contemplative mind and providing the more serene landscape. Experiment, meditate, and enjoy. As it is with true Zen gardens, contemplations of thoughts and ideas expressed within the booklet are designed to assist the reader. And then they just got me some things to say. When moved to complain about others, remember that karma is endless and it's loving that leads to love. Every day is a good day. Amen. May the Lord add a blessing to the reading of this word. Niram, you got to update. What's wrong with you?
So what are you going to do with this Zen garden?
I don't know. What am I supposed to do with it? That's what I'm asking for.
Contemplate and build mountains and shit. The rock's
supposed to be the mountain. I'm put the rock in the center.
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to build designs around it.
Yeah, make a design around it.
This is messy.
You messy with it.
All right, Niram, what's your check-in?
Y'all should see Naomi over here with this Zen garden.
It's hard.
Just going around with the little rake, going around in circles.
It's very
trying
hard.
to make it a design and shit. It's very interesting.
I'm not the most creative. It's like very choppy.
Is it not smoothing? It's not soothing to you? Do you feel Zen-like?
No.
You know why? You're not letting your mind run free.
Niram.
What?
What the hell is your check-in?
I ain't got one. Pass.
You do got one.
I was supposed to went for a 20-mile run. I didn't do 20. I did 18. I got sad. I got depressed. I got discouraged. I got New York City Marathon in 3 weeks. And I'm pissed. The 20 miles is supposed to be the icing, the bow on my training for the rest of the year, and I didn't even get there.
Do you want to elaborate on that? Why you didn't make it to the 20? It's not that you gave up, honey.
It was hot as fuck. It was 85 degrees yesterday.
Because he started running at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, did not start running at 2 o'clock.
What time did you start running?
It was like a smooth 7:38.
Compared to you usually out there at 5?
Like 5 a.m.
Oh, okay.
No, it just started off rough.
I knew it started off rough. It's like you drank some brown juice last night and went going. I said, is he all right? I knew you was running late because I got up before you did to go to the restroom. And I said, oh, don't you got to run today? I said, maybe he pushing it to Sunday, honey.
I should have, but no. So
okay,
that was my day.
How did you work through that? Have you gotten over that mountain yet? Do
Nope.
you need the Zen garden?
No, I do not want no sand over here. I got enough stuff on my desk
Okay.
that I'm trying to figure out now. I need to get a docking station for my laptop.
What is it on now?
A laptop stand
Okay.
with a cooling pad.
Thank you.
You just a hating ass.
I am not. Me and
You
Nira
are.
on 1,000. We got an argument. We'll talk about that too.
She's a hating ass Naomi. That's the only thing you need to know.
Next.
Other than that, did y'all see the new LeBron James episode, The Shop?
Nope. What's it about?
Niggas in the barbershop getting haircuts
Told you.
and talking shit.
Yep.
So LeBron talking shit with other niggas.
What is LeBron? First of all, what is LeBron getting lined up?
It
No
kinda,
one's going to address that.
it kind of almost he looked like he got that safari,
What is the safari?
that hair
Or is
plug
it the
system.
Safari got hair?
Yes.
We instigating.
Yes, ain't no instigating.
I just thought
on
he
it.
used like Bengay. You know, back in the day, because your hair be so dark.
No,
Oh,
that nigga got them hair plug shit.
what?
You don't remember Nicki Minaj going off on his ass talking about that's why your shit fell out. You had to do it again. Talking about you a dumbass because you got your hair pulled from your ass or some bullshit like that.
Oh my God, is that how it works?
No.
Oh. Oh my God. Nikki started rumors. That's why these men is coming. Actually, who else was that coming for Nikki? What's that boy name?
Oh, Young
Honcho.
Quavius. Young Quavius.
Quavius. I like the way that name sounds. Quavius. I listened. Niram had his CD on and he was going hard on Nicki Minaj. And then I was like, why is he so caught up? He made a whole verse and a half about her.
Hey, you're just saying he sniped her.
And then Niram was like, Nicki talked about him. And I'm like, what the fuck did Nicki say? And she ain't even say shit. That's the thing. That's how pressed and fragile masculinity is in these streets. And Niram got the line wrong. He was like, it's because she said that he wore her blouses. That's hilarious. Because the Migos and Uzi Vert is known for a good blouse and brooch. But she didn't even say that. Like I think she's referred. Actually, she looked like she came harder at Karuchi than him, and he dedicated a whole meditation to her. Oh, well, I guess that's when you papping. Yeah. But go ahead and talk about this barbershop.
So,
black men doing black men things.
I actually just fast forward and got to the Drake part because he had Drake on.
Oh, who was on it before?
Some other basketball players that I don't know.
Oh yeah, I told you it's not. We don't set high standards for them, do we?
No.
Like it's like we're not even interested in them talking. It's like how we do models.
Yeah.
We don't speak.
Some other niggas I don't know. But the thing is, like, on some true shit, I've been over sports for a while. Like, I've been over sports since undergrad. Like, since I played football, got screwed over, and I was like, I'm done with this shit. I'm done with everything. Yeah. So I don't know them new niggas. So I just fast forwarded. But I know Drake, and he was talking about the whole beef between him and Kanye. And
Drake and Kanye have beef.
That's what it's supposed to be about, right?
Kanye's still on the sick and shut in.
So that's what it's supposed to be about. That's what the initial beef was about because
Kanye got beef with everybody that ain't white.
Kanye invited Drake out to Wyoming to work on some stuff.
Drake said it ain't safe.
Drake was like, I don't know about this, but his producer's like, no, come, it's gonna be a good vibe. They went.
Drake, his nigga sense was coming in.
They worked on Kanye's album, but they talking about they gonna come out until October. Drake paid him some music from his shit, showed him the picture of the baby and everything else.
Oh, the baby. Pause. Look, did LeBron say pause? Who's that? Who said that? Damon Dash. What? Pause. Baby. Drake got that baby story real.
Yes. He said he showed him a picture of the baby, played him a song about I think it was March 14th, about him and the baby and all that stuff. And then next thing you know, he goes back to Canada, and then this whole rollout where everybody doing 7 songs, including Kanye. And then next thing you know, Pusha T come out and do a little diss song over something.
Oh, that's right. Pusha T dissed Drake. And Kanye produced that diss.
Yes.
Kanye's a nigga from Chicago. I'm not falling for any of this maggot shit. Or MAGA. What is it?
No, don't matter. Irrelevant.
Oh my God.
And then, Drake got mad. That's why he went off at Kanye. Cause he's like, I was just there with y'all niggas.
Oh, that is fake.
I was just there helping y'all niggas make songs and
Hold
shit.
on. Was Pusha T in the room?
I don't know. Pusha T
That'd be even faker. He should have took pictures. Drake gonna learn.
Drake was like, I was just there helping y'all niggas in fucking Wyoming help with y'all with these fucking songs.
These whack ass songs.
Now y'all got a fucking shit against me. And then
he got a point.
And then Pusha T came back, and that's when he came back with all that baby shit and Adonis and everything like that.
Oh, and how did you know? Unless Kanye done ran his mouth.
Exactly.
Oh, you niggas is just as catty as bitches. They need to be on the Real Housewives. I just see how that tied together.
Because he only told Kanye.
Yeah, because you see me, I didn't know he had a child yet.
Right. So you told Kanye. He showed him a picture of the baby and everything else.
You gonna learn. Jay-Z don't bring his children around Kanye. And they supposed to be real good. They supposed to be real good Judies.
The kids can't even play together.
The kids can't play together. That shit.
So yeah, that's the shit. And he's like, you start bringing all this other shit, this baby shit in there. Nigga, I want to rap about this shit. Nigga, I want to go in your mouth.
Oh.
Pause.
Oh. I wasn't even thinking about that. Toxic masculinity. I was thinking. Never mind.
So he started talking about that and how he a single father and stuff like that.
Shut up.
Should see this look Naomi
hold on.
me.
Drake said he a what?
He said he a single father.
Drake.
And how he didn't expect it to be this way.
Drake.
After seeing
what way?
After seeing his relationship with his dad and watching his dad and mom fall out and stuff like that.
For me, Argentina.
And how he didn't really want to be like that.
I wish this nigga shut up.
He wanted to father kids in a 2-parent household.
Who he thought he was gonna marry? I don't know. Who he loved?
I don't know. Rihanna.
Yeah, that's who he thought that was gonna be.
Probably. I don't
Shit, and she seen a bullet and dodged it. I was riding with Drake for all of it until he said he was a single father and he ain't know it was hard. First of all, sir,
He's single and he a father. I don't see what's
Then
wrong with
once
that
Steve
word.
said he seen, I did see this part. Didn't he say it was a month since he seen this kid? And now the baby only 2 months. That don't count.
Let me see how old Adonis is.
What is this baby name?
Adonis.
Like Creed.
Yes.
They coming out with Creed too, y'all. Drake had me. I was rocking with him. He was right. I was shaking my head right until he talked about he a single father and he didn't know how hard it was gonna be. Is Dondi with him on tour?
Know.
The Three Migos and the Don. What's the name of this tour? Is Dondi in the back?
Maybe.
No.
He probably is.
Don't mind anything. Oh, Drake. You niggas just don't know what work is. What's his baby mother's name?
Sophie.
Good for you, Soph. What? Drake is that dumb to be out here having sex with bitches raw?
Well, shit, when you Drake.
How old is Drake?
I don't know.
He at least mid-30s. Old enough to know. What? It's a certain age group you get in where it's like there's not no excuse. How old is he?
He actually my age.
How old is Drake?
32.
Okay, Nero.
No, 31.
We'll go with that, Nero.
He's 31.
You're older than that, but you're older than Drake.
I'm 32.
That makes me sad.
Drake turns. He about to turn 32 this month.
He's in the 30 to 35.
He's turning 32 this month.
Okay, he's in the 30 to 35 check box. He's in the know better, do better check box.
How dare you? You older than Drake. Me and this nigga was born on the same year.
Okay. If that's what you want to tell the people.
That's what I'm looking at Wikipedia.
But regardless, Drake is too old to be fucking raw bitches he don't know. Even bitches he do know. The caliber of celebrity he is.
Yeah, him and Adonis only met once.
I don't need to lie. It is no need for Nyambi to get on this mic and lie. So I don't know if that qualifies for being a single father. That sounds like being a good mentor.
Interesting.
Anything else?
Why are you hating on Drake?
I'm not hating. I was standing for him until he talked about he was a single daddy.
He said he a single daddy.
Okay. Okay. I'm not going to take that away from him. Sure. And he said, what else is hard about it? What's hard been about the 4-hour interaction?
He said it's hard out there, you know.
Yeah.
Traveling, trying to make sure you got money for the kids.
Oh, shut up.
You know, trying to figure out, how
he asking real house cattish.
How to be a better father than his dad was.
Just do the opposite of what your sorry ass dad did. See, he thoughts on the age group where we can't be continuously blaming our daddies and mamas either.
Oh.
I feel like that run out at 29.
Ariana Grande and Pete Davidson just split and caught the engagement off.
Oh, he's the one who's sick, isn't he?
I don't know if the nigga's sick.
He is sick. Ariana, why does she keep getting engaged to these niggas? Well, what happened to just dating? I'm starting to take Big Sean's side. Like, why does everything have to be an engagement? Nero? Where Big Sean and Yokio at? We haven't heard much from them.
That's why. You keep the shit low.
Oh, okay. They ain't trying to be like Nero Nyambi. All right, Nero Nyambi.
You want to do some pillows up?
Yeah, what's our first topic?
I don't know.
American Horror Story.
I forget what happened there. Can you give me a refresher?
They did the 7 wonders or the 7 whatchamacallits to become supreme.
Oh yeah.
I love the shift in gender roles here on how basically the witches are this is basically a flashback prior to when the apocalypse happened. We still don't know why, who, where the apocalypse happens, but as time goes on, I think it's that fucking Michael Landon with that good hair. But what's going on is witches and warlocks, and apparently witches are higher ranking than warlocks, right? So they always have something called a supreme. Supreme is like the head bitch in charge.
Yeah, honcho.
Yeah, honcho. Migos, young rich niggas. No, and they're the ones that kind of rule on Earth, like the realm and all that good stuff. And the secrets is coming out that a warlock, which is a male witch, has never did it, right? And then the witches are like, yeah, because y'all niggas is incompetent. Like males are incompetent. They're emotionally driven. Basically, all the shit they be talking about women now. Like they can't do it. Like they have some of them have good ideas, but we can't trust them to do this shit. They gonna destroy it.
Ooh.
Like it was some shit that was hitting, right? Like it was. I don't want to say reverse sexism, right? Because I don't want my white supremacy to show. But it was like almost like, what?
Can I ask you something before we get there? What's the opposite of toxic masculinity?
Beautiful femininity. Next question.
No. What's the opposite of
I just told you.
That's not.
Yes, it is.
That's not the
Well,
same.
you know, the question you're asking is what's in parallel to women of toxic masculinity. And you know what's in parallel to that? Did y'all see that letter that went viral about the girl with the girlfriend that was a girlfriend who gave her boyfriend a set of rules to be her boyfriend? One was like, don't read your texts without me. 2, I need your passwords. 3, don't hang out with Ricky because I don't like their asses. 4, if we move in together, your friends only come visit once a month. Like, it was like this list of demands. That is what the opposite of that is the parallel of toxic masculinity is to toxic femininity. Am I saying that? Femininity?
Just asking.
What are you trying to say?
Just saying. I'm just asking the question.
You ain't like my first answer?
I'm just asking the question. It was on my brain. We talking about it, and I just wanted to know what's the opposite of it.
And I do believe it is this white feminist.
Like, what do you...
What's the opposite of toxic masculinity? White feminist.
And then the other question is, what do you call a man who's not toxic masculinity?
Correct.
I'm just trying to get these terms down.
Why do you not like my answer?
I'm just trying to get these terms
Emotionally competent. A feminist. A black feminist.
Okay. Keep going with your story.
I'm joking. I'm playing with y'all. You want to really talk about this? I could take it seriously.
No, these are just questions.
What do you
I'm posing it to the people out there listening to.
Okay, what were they again? So what is the
opposite,
parallel?
Yeah, what's the parallel of toxic masculinity?
I think it's such thing as toxic femininity, right? I think it's such thing as, but I think a lot of times before in women it was presented as a way, like more of a man eater, right? So you use your body, you use your sexuality, right, to get the things you want, to the point where you take advantage of people, right? Like, not to the point where the consent is gone, because I think that's what toxic masculinity is, right? Like, just taking, things you think for right? Like, you think it's self-entitled, it's deserved, this is things the way it's supposed to be. I think that initially is how it was for women, right? So using our body to do our thing. What they say in Players Club? Don't make the money play you. What it say?
Don't make the money you make. I don't know.
Let the game play you. You know what I'm talking about? With the girl with the, was it Candy or Simone with the blonde hair? Girl, you got to let this money, you got to make this money. Don't let the money make you. So I think toxic femininity is the opposite when you get into that space. I think it's transitioning to like controlling behavior, right? I think that's toxic in anybody, right? The idea of gaslighting, a lot of women gaslight, especially like younger women, right? Who maybe actually take young out of it, insecure women who aren't secure in their relationships or their partner, not trust them. I think that's a form of it, right? And I will say now I know I was teasing, but white feminists, especially, I ain't gonna describe them, but I think they do fall into that, right? So this idea of woman power until you get what you want, then it's just your power, right? Like that's toxic, right? That's gaslighting, right? That's an abuse of relationship and trust and betrayal. So I think it does appear, but because of the way that sexism set up, y'all just get to present it and get away with it a lot more than we do.
Interesting. That's all. I just had a question. It wasn't meant for further conversation. Oh. I just had a question. But
American Horror Story doing the 7 Wonders, and the woman with the red hair, all the witches is like, hell no, Cordelia, don't let that nigga do it.
Don't let that nigga do it.
I'm the one with the red hair. Wait till one of these other bitches over here is groomed, and then let them do it. Drag it out, make some rules up, drink some new shit and do it, and then all the warlocks over there, this is fair, we have to do this. And then Cordelia, I think she was coming from her white feminist brain, was like, well, let's give them a try. Shit, don't this sound familiar, y'all? Like when we kept giving Donald Trump, we should have shut that shit down. We should have thought of a new rule in the Constitution for him not to run for president. That's what everybody was telling us. Think of a new rule, nigga. Think of a loophole.
Think of one.
And we did it. And so she let him do it, and he did all the 7. Not only did all the 7 wonders, but the last one was like going into hell, right? But not only did she like, I not only want you to go into hell, I want you to bring back Misty Day. And she's more the one that died before doing the 7 wonders. And he did, and he brung her ass back. And everybody just fell out. And the thing is, they're navigating through that space now, right? Like, oh shit. Like, I want to be like Cordelia. I'm hoping Cordelia got a master plan.
Maybe she do.
But everybody was like, bitch, I knew it was too easy when this nigga was bringing mice and shit back to life and going up in the Hotel Cortez and just walking out the front door with all types of white privilege. And the thing is, one of them warlocks was like, this nigga is the Satan. He is not a witch.
He is somebody.
He is the Satan himself.
Because that's what he kept saying. We're going to destroy them from within.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's the white-faced monster. Who the fuck is the white-faced monster?
Oh, white man. What? And so the other guy was like, shit, I'm about to go to a Cordelia. This motherfucker ain't right. And then he leaving in his Phantom to go getting gas casually. And then here come Satan's mama. How Satan mama? He a damn powerful warlock. How does Satan mama take him out the game? White, toxic femininity. Because that's toxic masculinity that took y'all out. She's like, oh, can you help me with the gas? How do I pump? Bitch, you know how to pump gas. Can you help me? Ooh, help me. And she slit them Achilles and then set his ass on fire. Mm-hmm. I hope he come back, though. And then nobody asking where the fuck he at. That's how you know they no friends.
Ain't no honor amongst thieves.
That's why the witches was like, warlocks don't got no sense, honey. They don't look out for theirs.
That nigga gone. Fuck him.
I guess he on vacation. And then what it come to find out is the king of the warlocks really in on it. But the king of the warlocks thinking he gonna get old Landon in so he can be powerful. But he don't understand. Landon is Satan. Landon is Beelzebub. Landon is Beelzebub. And he about to shut all this shit down. Once he get into wherever he gonna get into. And then finally, I don't like about this black man, the black warlock, he's hilarious. He finally figured out something wrong. I'm mad it took the black man that long. Because I would have smelled trouble as soon as he walked in. Which the hilarious part is when like there was a fight scene and the black man got like shot against the wall. Didn't it like he just glid? I talked about this. He glided. Did we already talk about this?
Yes. Here you go again. He glid. He slid. He glided. He
I done talked about this already. I'm sorry, y'all. But it's so good.
He just glided.
And then now him and the other girl, they going back to that murder house. What I want to talk about is all these crossovers between the murder house, Hotel Cortez, like everything, the Coven. Mm-hmm. Only thing they missing, what is the Asylum?
Yeah. And the
Cult and the Freak Show one. Mm-hmm. But that seems like an easy connection. Ryan Murphy, he's killing it. GOAT. All right, now. You got anything else about that?
I need to get a wiki so I can keep up with all this shit.
It is.
Because everything is starting to like
tie together.
And there were some seasons that I really didn't pay attention to.
Yeah.
Then I was just sitting on the couch watching it because Naomi was there and I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
And they got some big Easter eggs in this one. Like they being bold with names. I can't wait to go back. Murder House is still my favorite season. Mm-hmm. Season 1 is my first favorite season of American Horror Story. What's your favorite?
I would say 1. 1 was a good one.
Yeah. 1 or 2. Actually, I like the Asylum too. Asylum was pretty good. Damn good. 2. When it was in that, you remember when they was in the asylum? Yeah. And they had Pepper in them.
Yeah.
And Lana Boban in them.
Yeah.
And how they tied it back. Oh yeah, season 2 was lit too. All right, Niam, you want to talk about This Is Us? This Too Much. What did Black Guy Who Tips? What do you call it?
This Too Much.
This Too Much.
What was going on? Beth got fired.
It ain't funny. But soon as Beth went in that room, I said, oh sis, shit. Nayan be triggered because I done been fired from multiple places.
When they came in there,
I knew when they had the envelope and that Asian woman was behind them.
Oh, shit. And I say that HR
envelope. I see that HR envelope. I said, Beth, you don't see the HR envelope. You should have been went to lunch.
I just broke an unbreakable cone. They lied.
You need my Zen garden.
No. So Bethany got fired. Randall talking about his ass gonna run for city council.
Wait, we're gonna talk about Beth. Take it step by step. Coming from someone who done been fired, you done been fired too. Did they fire you that way?
Yes.
The thing is, now they done fucked up now, right? So if anybody ever fired me like this, I'm gonna make it as uncomfortable as possible.
You know you about to get fired when I say, hey, can you come by the office for a second?
No.
And you be like, why don't you just tell me now?
No, what's going on?
Yeah. No, tell me now.
What, you about to fire me? That's when they call security.
Hey, can we talk for a second? Yeah, come by the office.
Now I understand why companies hire folks to fire other people. Because they created Nyambi a monster.
Oh, you about to fire me?
Yeah.
Are you about to let me go? Oh.
But the way they did her, though, let's break that down some more. And Beth, I said, oh, Beth don't know. That's how she also don't have no friends that work with her. to be like, since you about to get fired, like you need somebody to go in your office to get your shit. Like, now I got to hold back. Now I have a whole exit strategy. I never can be at a place more than 3 minutes before it take me to pack up. I never get more committed to the point, even at my current job. They're like, you don't even have things here. Only thing I got at my current desk is some hand sanitizer, lip gloss, and lotion. And I can leave it there. I don't have anything. I don't even have a picture.
Nope.
I don't have anything there. Maybe some mints. But they called her in that office. And then he was bold and was like, that sounded like she might have a lawsuit on what she said, because HR was like, shh. But he was like, yeah, we got rid of the person the least impactful or least useful to the company. What the fuck does that mean? Because what she said
is like, so I'm the least important or at least useful to y'all compared to everybody else in all my sorority. And he's like,
I mean, I like you.
If it was on like the people that I want to get, that I least like, you'll be number one here.
And the HR was like,
shut up, nigga.
That's another trick. If y'all ever get called into the office, record them, because that's what I'm doing. So they better have everything recorded and don't sign shit. When they want you to sign something, to be like, I'll have my lawyer contact you to sign it. But I can't sign anything, and I feel uncomfortable and I feel coerced if I sign that now. What? Just a tip from Nyambis. They don't like when you send your lawyers on.
Even if you ain't got one.
Yeah, just lie. Buy yourself some time. Right. Buy yourself some more hours. Buy yourself a few more days.
All right.
Because they got to pay you. But I hurt for Beth for that, because it's something disheartening. Because I said one of the hardest days of our relationship, because Miriam and I got fired on the same day, and we had to come home and face that, right? But it was a blessing and a curse, right? Because you could tell Beth, she was like hustling towards something, and it seems like she was successful, but she didn't seem happy.
It looked like she was trying to be partner or something.
Yeah, but the thing is, she didn't even seem lit about. Like, it almost was like, I'm trying to be successful just to be successful. Like, it didn't seem like, oh yeah, this is my dream, right? Like, the way, as hard as she was working, it didn't give me that realness. It just seemed more like, this is the next milestone, and this is what I'm going to accomplish. So I'm hoping, and if I know this is love how I know it, not even this is us. If I know life how I know it, this is definitely setting her up for something bigger. Because I was there, even our situation, right? Like, it was horrible, but hopefully the outcome is better. Chapter 5, 6, or 7. But it is something to that. And then even how you flip back, and now you come talk to Randall, old unsupportive ass. Randall a house cat too. He a black house cat.
Meaning?
No, you're not gonna. Y'all, ladies, y'all know what I mean.
He a black house cat. Meaning what?
Let's talk about Randall and not getting the lights fixed. Randall thought, Randall, white privilege. Randall done let white daddy seep off on him. Nigga, you thought just because you asked for something?
Yes. And I went to go talk to him face to face.
That's good.
That he gonna fix the damn lights.
He ain't say when.
Meanwhile, that girl done got jumped.
Got jumped and beat on up. Child. And then Randall said he gonna run against him.
Yeah, she had no knife. What's wrong with her?
I don't know. What's wrong with the killer? Don't victim blame, Nero.
Oh, shit. My bad.
Damn, Nero.
Damn.
Why you say it like it's normal? She ain't had no AK-47? She ain't had no AR-15? No, she's a child.
My bad. I'm working through some stuff.
Toxic masculinity. She ain't had no gun. She ain't had no Glock. No, she's a child.
My bad.
She shouldn't have to walk down the street with a Glock.
Well, I'm sorry, but
at
the age of 12, I found out real quick that I had to have a knife. It only happened once.
I remember, thank goodness, I've never been beat up or anything like that, but I done been pulled up on. And it's like, dang. And it's almost just like, really, nigga?
I was in the fourth grade once, and I was playing one of the instruments. I think I was playing cello. Yeah. And these niggas from the opposite gang of the hood came through, was running around doing some fuck shit. And I happened to get home from school early. Yeah. And I'm walking around with this damn cello, and one of these niggas bumped me. Yeah. So I say some shit back to their ass, and then I hit one of the niggas in the head with the damn cello. And there was 3 of them, and they beat my ass and broke my damn cello.
Did the school make you pay for it?
They wanted to, but I told them the gang jumped me.
And what they say?
And they said, "Oh, we're sorry."
DPS.
But I got one of those niggas with that fucking
You had
cello.
to get one lick on him.
I tore that nigga up with that cello.
Yeah, you got to
right
get
in
one.
the fucking face.
Okay. Bringing it back to positivity.
And I had a knife. I couldn't get to it, though.
No, you couldn't get to it because you got a cello.
Right, exactly.
And you asking this young lady where her strap at. Get out of here. Strap. On This Is Us. So he said he's going to run for something now. But
City council.
He going to win. But I don't think he understands what that means. He might as well be Issa as the land. They gonna be peers, just like Lisa. Issa is the manager for the apartment or the super. That's how Nero not Nero. That's how Randall about to be. These niggas about to come to him with all type of nigga shit. Because that's the hard part, right? That's why I will side with that councilman, right? You know, he should have got them lights, right? The thing is, it looks like he's burnt out, right? It's time for him to take a step back, take a break, because that is hard work to do, especially it's hard work, and it can be mentally taxing and draining. And it got to the point where it looks like at a time, right, he was hustling up, right? But you can't do it for 40, 50 years straight. No. You get tired. And stuff begin to lag and things you shouldn't let lag, right? So I do think it's time for other folks to jump in. But Randall about to learn real quick what nigga shit is. Because that's the other thing you have to learn. You got to tell niggas, like, some stuff I can't get done, right? Some things are realistic and some stuff is not.
My question is, what's going on with that apartment? Is he a slumlord now?
No, he done got them roaches out of there.
Because we ain't talked much about that apartment yet.
He threw some white privilege dust on it. It's fixed. But can we talk about how Black Daddy was talking to Beth to be like, because Beth, when Randall had his, I'm assuming the second or third breakdown, Beth was like, if Kevin wasn't there and brought him out of that, I don't know. Like, I can't do this shit right now. I ain't gonna be able to make it. And Black Daddy was like, well, he did it, and that's why Kevin was there, right? Lean on other folks. He said, but it's gonna be a point where you're gonna need to lean on him. Right, and you need to fully let that happen and not just sit there and twiddle your wedding ring and let him hold you up for a change, right? And I think she did an Iambi. She laid on the couch waiting for him to get home because we ain't mentioned that he flew across the country to see Kate get inseminated because they were shady to Kate. We'll get to a minute. But then he came back. I'm thinking he's flying across the country because Beth done called and said she done lost her job, but he flew across the country because the girl got jumped in the alley, which is like, okay, Randall shit.
What type of money this nigga got just
long. And Daddy died long.
They go from Pittsburgh? What are you at? LA to where?
I was assuming to Connecticut because they get to New York so quickly, or Jersey. Long, right? Him and Beth I'm assuming long. And his brother's a movie star. Like, I'm assuming long, right? Long enough money to get on to spend a few thousand on flights without thinking about it. And then when it came to the point where Beth, she shared it with him, didn't she?
No, she didn't.
I think she did. And then didn't this nigga say, I'm going to run for city council?
No.
I swear she shared it.
She didn't. She started twiddling the thumbs with that ring.
Because
he's about to. She's like, Randall, I need to tell you something.
Yeah.
And he was still on his Randall shit talking. And then, he was like, I'm going to run against him for city council. And then you look down at the ring and she was just twisting the ring.
See, that's how Beth lose her street cred with me sometimes. I'm like, hey, nigga, that's cool, but I need you to city council this house too. Randall wouldn't want being married to me.
No.
Why? Why not?
Because first of all, I don't think Randall would ever been called a nigga from a black woman.
I was the one he dated in grad school when he tried to be woke. Then he realized he ain't want to be woke no more. I was a black woman that day. He thought he was going to marry a white woman after me, honey. So that's something to be said, though. If you're in a relationship, in a seemingly strong relationship, it's almost like friends, too. What do you do? How do you support the strong friend?
Yes.
How do you lean in? And obviously, it's not a financial thing, right? So they got enough coins to let it flow for a little bit. But it's still some emotional support that she needs that she's not asking him for.
Yeah.
Right? And I thought that was a little break, right? And even when Black Daddy was like asking why you married him. Randall would get on your nerve. I told y'all that. All my friends even get on me about that. Like, Randall would make my pussy hurt. Like, he would just irk me sometimes because he'd go down these rabbit holes and shit. Like, sometimes he's not connected to reality. And maybe that's what's appealing to some people, right? This idea of, I don't know, grandiose eyes. But sometimes it's like you're not picking up on the subtle shit. Like, she laying on this couch, basically got a do-rag and bonnet on, looking sad. Where are your kids? Like, sir, do you pick up on the cues? There's something going on here.
Maybe that's how she relax.
Beth don't relax. What's your thoughts on it?
I'm just thinking about the picture of Beth sitting on the couch with a do-rag in the bonnet.
That's basically what that was the first run. Then they was like, something about this don't look appealing to our audience.
And drinking pink Moscato.
Pink Moscato. Because she was drinking, look like Hennessy, honey. She was drinking some brown juice. You said she should have drunk pink Moscato. Mix. What's the Nicki Minaj one? Mix.
I don't remember.
MYX.
Probably.
So that was something. But it was something challenging to that in a relationship. It's a little crack there.
I agree. It's definitely a lot going on. With that, I just think from Randall's standpoint, what the fuck he gonna do?
Nothing. What you mean? What he gonna do?
What Randall gonna do
with this situation? Try to fix it, and don't emotionally support her.
So how you gonna fix it and be city council?
He can't. Some gonna give.
And a super at his
place.
His place.
Yeah, and convince Deja to stay.
Oh, we ain't see Deja this episode. Where the fuck was she?
In her room. Where she need to be. Deja bad.
Oh, hating ass.
Deja needs some discipline.
You don't like Deja because she remind you of you.
No, I am not as disrespectful as Deja. I would not turn around. I don't even know what to call Randall. I said white black daddy. I don't know what to call. I would love to have Beth and Randall my daddy, honey. Not a problem. Mm-hmm. They would be fun parents because they the type that want you just to like. Never mind. Nope.
What?
I'm not doing that.
Doing what?
Deja ain't playing her cards right, and she the oldest.
What would you do if you was Deja?
Live life.
What does that mean, baby?
Everything.
Like
hair, clothes, outings, college, doing all the things I see on Instagram. What?
You want to talk about Bethany's ex?
Kate.
Oh, Kate.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a good episode to have. I'm not sure if I'm not connecting to it as much as I thought it would. Right? I guess I've never did any IVF or anything like that. But I guess it's eye-opening to learn how unsupportive family could be when it comes to IVF. Right? Because I didn't even see it as the family's place to say anything but congratulations. I think that's what took me off guard. Like if someone tell me they're having a baby and I have the privilege for them to tell me how they're having a baby, right? Like I feel like that's not even folks' business, right? If I'm saying I'm having a baby, I'll show up in a few months with one. Congratulate me, right? Don't matter how I got here, right? But I guess it's different because it's family. But I just didn't realize how unsupportive they family went from like I don't know, what's a super like supportive family to trash.
Yeah.
Like quickly.
They went from like the Brady Bunch to, I don't know, the Lions.
No, they doing good now. The Wire, honey.
The Wire. Because everybody, even Randall, because Randall gave her that.
Randall.
He gave her that talk like, so you rather go through this surgery where your ass could possibly die than adopt somebody because I'm adopted.
Look, and this is when she needed a black woman. Listen, nigga. Randall needed to listen, nigga, at that moment. I was like, wow, how did he make this about him? Like, and that's why she's a very good sister. I'm like, you need therapy. That would have been my response. I would have said, you need therapy. If you think about what's going on in my fucking uterus has that much to do with you. You need therapy.
All these damn kids in America, and you gonna go through this shit.
They're acting like she been doing IVF for 15 years. They acting like she done spent $300,000, millions of dollars.
You can die. You can die.
I said, if this woman and this man want to spend their little $20,000 to figure out if they can have their own child with their ex, one time, mind you. I think they both said we're going to try this once and then we'll see other options. I just couldn't believe how unsupportive they were. And then, like, once they start talking about the risk of, like, what her weight and everything, like, that's where I could see that, scaredness coming from. But I don't feel like the family was coming from that space. And I'm like, if they were so fucking scared, nobody was at that damn hospital. But then, of course, it hit. Then she started hallucinating about negative self-talk.
She was on that good shit.
And teenage Kate.
Yeah, teenage Kate and baby Kate in there.
I love baby Kate. Baby Kate in that banana pudding ice cream. She's brilliant and so lovable. Like, I understand why White Daddy love her. Like, she is the favorite. I completely understand why White Daddy is like, yeah, Kate's the favorite. Because baby Kate is hilarious and so sweet and innocent. But teenage Kate just be fucking up Pop-Tarts and angry.
Teenage Kate wasn't even fat though.
No, ain't that what we told all of y'all? You're really not fat until you're 33. Whatever weight you at 33, that's it.
Yeah.
You're fat then. But 17, 18, you were maybe thicker, but fat. Nah.
I bet most of y'all niggas wish y'all can go back to y'all 17.
High school weight.
Wait.
Come on. Actually, I'm kind of there. Anything else going on? Kevin doing his white man search thing. They keep asking about his dad and his army. And he don't know none. He don't know no answers. And so his black girlfriend not gonna help him. Which you better watch her, because she gonna still break your heart.
What? Can you repeat that sentence? I did not understand a single word you just said.
Kevin is with his black woman.
Mm-hmm.
This black woman is only fascinated with the journey that Kevin gonna take her on.
Yeah.
Once they get back from Vietnam, she's leaving. End of the season. And Kevin gonna be somewhere in the rain.
When they get back from Vietnam. I don't even think they're in Vietnam.
Oh, where they're gonna go?
Okay.
They're gonna go to Vietnam because that's what his daddy was in the Vietnam War, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're gonna go to Vietnam.
They're not going to Vietnam. They're just gonna find some niggas that
No,
was there
I
with
guarantee you they're gonna go to Vietnam. I guarantee it.
Why would they go to Vietnam?
Because they're gonna find a picture of the dad and like Kevin's gonna want to recreate it.
You think so?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's what white privilege want to do.
Mm.
Yeah. And then once the black girl get back, she's going to be bored because she's already accomplished it. And she probably write a book about it and be done with him.
Mm-hmm.
And then Beth got to come out in the rain and get Kevin. That's going to be the season finale. And then he back in the basement. Full circle.
Jesus.
It's family.
It is.
Did we get anybody else? Did we talk about Mama?
They did, they had that little flashback.
Well, Mama got options. I don't know why niggas are so surprised. She was like 24. She got options.
She wasn't bad looking for a white girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shut up. She got options. Get over yourselves. And she chose the broke one. I don't know if I would have suggested that. Just being transparent.
Mm.
Would you?
Depends.
Because she was so bold. She was talking with her fiance's mama. And the mama was like, you sure you want to do this? That's old shady mama. I'm going to be a shady mama like that to weed out bitches. I'm like, sis, you sure you'll be happy? I don't know. If you got any doubts, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't marry him. Duh, he's my son, stupid. Trick question. What?
I can't with you.
Why can't you with me?
Duh, he's my son, stupid. Trick question. Stupid bitch. My be. I hope y'all see what I have to go through.
What? But, I mean, good for her, right? To show that she got options.
Mm-hmm.
And try Jack out. And honestly, I would have did something like where I would told old boy, give me 6 months. Then I would have tried Jack out for 6 months and see what it was leading to. And if I ain't like it, I pack my shit and go be a housewife in New York.
It's a try before you buy type shit.
Why not?
Okay.
Anything else happened in that episode?
Jack was giving all that he got to her.
Jack was just giving poor white trash realness.
He had a GI Bill. I don't know what he can do with it.
Did he not get no benefit from the GI Bill? I said, Jack, no school, no trade, no house, no job, Jack.
He just went back with that abusive
Who
ass daddy.
the hell was on that GI Bill?
I don't know.
God damn. And then his daddy drunkard.
Right.
Whooping on his mama. I knew that daddy was crazy when the mama made him a nice sandwich and he talking about I don't eat pickles and he threw the whole fucking sandwich on the ground. I'm wishing nigga. Or that sandwich. I'm like, Jack, leave it there. That sandwich be on there till it molded. Because I'm not picking it up. Ants coming in. I don't care.
What you mean?
I'm not picking that sandwich up. Miriam, let me make you something and you don't like you throw it on the floor. It's
The
gonna stay
next
forever.
thing that you
We actually
make
got a
me-
friend, Nadifa, who was at the house and something forks fell. And she was like, don't touch it. Like we came in the house, we were like, oh, let me pick this up. She said, no, that's for so-and-so to pick up. I said, what? She said, don't touch that. That's his job to pick those forks up. I said, I hear you. I hear you. I see you. I affirm you.
I
You gotta
cannot
teach lessons.
participate in this.
Were you with us or you weren't
Yeah.
with us?
Yes, I was there, and I picked up that damn fork.
She said, leave that.
I am not playing around with this shit.
I did that to Nia one time. It was a watermelon in my trunk. And he was like, oh, it's like, I can smell it ripe. And I said, leave that for Nero. That's for Nero to come get. It's something to that. I've asked you once. I've asked you twice. This is for you. I think I told Nia, I said, it can grow a whole damn watermelon tree back here. I don't care.
That's not how it works.
Anything else about This Is Us?
No.
All right. Do you want to tell the folks our little incident this weekend?
Nope.
Nero,
What?
are you gonna be transparent?
Nope. Fuck them niggas.
Go, Nero. I'm gonna let you do the story.
So me and Naomi had an argument. Truthfully, I don't even remember what the argument was about.
That's how you know it's petty.
Naomi came in with some petty shit. But anyway, I just felt so fed up that I was like, Naomi, your ass gonna come home one day. I'm gonna have my ass gonna be gone.
No, we were talking about him being a house husband, and I was giving feedback on some stuff around the house.
It was not feedback.
What?
It was toxic femininity.
I was like, "Oh, Niram, this is not done accordingly.
She was
Oh, Niram,
like-
we out of pickles. Like these are." I was like, "Do you understand these falling within your duties to keep up with?"
She said, nigga, you ain't make this sandwich right.
And threw it on the floor.
And threw it on the floor.
No,
And
I
I was like,
didn't.
I ain't picking that shit up.
Whatever. Tell these people the truth. We trying to be examples, Niram.
No, but we had an argument about some true shit that's going on, in our lives about, expectations, house husbandness, wife husbandness, all the shit, right? I don't know. I really don't know what really to say. It was.
Oh shit!
Yep. You see, Naomi throwing shit on the floor.
The sand.
She throwing shit on the floor.
So I think it was more how did we work through a moment where we both disagreed? Like there was no compromise at that moment. And
Yeah.
How did we work through that? How did you feel about it?
I was upset. How did we work through it? I think when it was all said and done, cooler heads prevailed, and we talked about it when we cooled down. But I think in the heat of things, there's not going to be a solution because you fighting, I'm fighting, I'm shutting down, you doing what you doing your pushing, and that be it.
What is my pushing?
You know what your pushing is, Naomi. It's you asking questions over and over and over again, or just asking a barrage of questions before one question to get out. So Naomi has this thing when she's heated that she'll ask like 15 questions in a row, and it's like, well, how the fuck I'm supposed to answer the first one? You already gave me 20 other questions.
I agree. But to say that, I know a lot of times, like when we get letters, just to be transparent, right? Like we have our ups and downs, we have our arguments, but all get triggered, right? So I think it's important to talk about those, how you work through it, right? And that all days are gumdrops and lemon drops and unicorn tears, right? Like there's some days where you really get upset and you really get triggered, right? So I just thought it was important for us to share that and for folks to know. What you think, Nirams?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, Black love matters. There's always some matters that need to be happening, and like you said, everything ain't all gumdrops.
Yeah.
We working through some shit as well. So, it ain't gonna be the first. It ain't the first argument we ever had, and it definitely won't be the last.
Yeah.
But it's just about how to work through them and how to cope with everything.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. We got some. You want to go through? Can you table talk, Nirams?
Yeah, let's go through that. Oh shit, what's that?
Okay, come on, Nero.
Is that the popo? We gotta wait that. You gotta let that pass, baby.
Why?
Because
Just,
I want to talk over that. I might try to edit that out.
oh,
Probably not. Anyways, damn, it's almost like we in Brooklyn and we in Colonizer Valley. So we got an email from last week. It says, "Hey y'all, it's B, aka 90s baby, 95 baby. I graduated from undergrad about a year ago, and I've been holding down these 9 to 5s ever since. The more and more work, the more and more I feel like I need my master's or maybe even a doctorate. What is your advice for me when it comes to waiting to go back to school? Will online be better, or should I go? Should I physically go to school? I'm currently living with my parents, and luckily, they don't require me to pay bills.
amen.
You stay there you stay there until they kick your ass out. And I take care of my car payment, my insurance, and a couple credit cards. Thank you all for what you do, but I definitely need to make a difference in my life. So what you think?
Nero, I think it's about time to go. Go ahead, Nero.
No, what I was gonna say, I really think it depends on the field, or like what she's going in, and things of that sort. So I think when you're doing like a 9 to 5 grind for a period of time, especially in that field that you want, like most people just get a master's so they can move up, right?
Yeah.
But if it's and if you working at a place that you don't like and you trying to make a pivot, like definitely go that route. But I also think it really depends on like whether or not you need a doctorate. Like, do you need a doctorate to do what you want to do? Mm-hmm. And I think because hell, you're looking at 5 years versus 2 years for a master's, right?
I think a master's
or
a little bit easier
5 years plus. So
to
a master,
just say yes and do it.
Yeah, but for a master's, 2 to 3 years, you can be out and pivot. So I really think it really depends on like the field you're going in and where you're at from that. So if you're thinking like research or trying to be a professor or anything in like hard sciences, like you probably need a doctorate. But if it's social work
or other fields,
Yeah.
I think a master's okay for just. I would just say just being a brown person. I don't think a master's hurt anything.
No.
Right? Like I think it gives you. It gives you another bargaining chip, right? When you're negotiating your salary and or autonomy or just resources and perks too.
Right.
But also I think it opens you up to a different social circle too, with folks with masters and graduate education. Because I think a lot of times, sometimes young brown professionals don't have the social capital needed to move up in companies when you just come in with a bachelor's degree because you're not exposed to that.
Right.
But I think going through that master's degree, you have that circle now inherently, and also that opens doors to other places. So I even see it as like a master's degree as a professional development exercise for young brown professionals, especially first gen young brown professionals. Because with a master's degree is more, I think, practitioner based, like more application based, and the PhD is more theoretical based. So anything you do practical application to, you can, like Niram said, you can pivot that to a lot of places. So actually no degree is a waste of time, right? But really a master's degree, like if you get it in like business administration, MBA, right, you can easily pivot that to tons of fields, right? Like there's, I almost can't think of one master's degree that you can't flip to, even if it's like sociology, right? You can flip that to any field to be like, if I understand how people and cultures interact, I can do any job better. Right. Like there's education. Like if you can teach people how to think and learn, you can apply that everywhere. Psychology, if you understand how people think, anywhere. Like there is nothing, even anthropology, study of cultures, right? You can give something to that at the master's level. So I never think a master's degree is a waste of time. I think PhDs are important. We need more folks with PhDs. You know what I'm saying? Make sure it's something that you can apply to, but I don't want to discourage you from that either. But if you're at a point where you're a little confused, but you're ready to go back to school, I would say it's okay to do a master's. Get your master's degree, then go back in the workforce. And if you need to go back for your PhD, go back and do it too. Like it's something with age and maturity that makes graduate school a whole lot easier.
Yeah, I definitely think so.
Because I even think if I started, like I already have a master's degree now, right? And I think if I even started my master's degree later, I probably will glide right through it, right?
Yeah.
I think my lessons learned will be different.
Exactly, because I think about the people, when I got my first master's degree where you had people who like actually was working in the field and they was getting that master's so they can get like
20, 30 raises.
Yeah, so they can get a raise and
or go to VP director level. Yeah.
Right. And they wasn't about that bullshit. They be in there like, oh, so what I need to do?
Yeah. What can I learn? How do I apply this? What does it look
like?
Not
no professors are like, what do I need to do?
And then going to professors explicitly saying, can you make an introduction with me and this person?
Yes.
Because they're air quote in the field. My company loves it. It'll look good if I got that type. You're a lot more. I don't know. I think it's something to learn at anywhere you take it. But I do think it is something special about a master's degree.
Yeah. So I just think about that. Like when you really have the I want to say finish line, but when you have like the finish line in mind of like what you really want to do.
Yeah.
And like that. And you actually tie that with getting the education that you need, like that shit really works out versus being like, oh, I think I want to do this, and like making a pivot, and not to say that's a bad thing, but I think like once you have that focus, you can really go in and kill. You're
unstoppable. Yeah. But I'm always going to encourage folks to continue with higher education. You asked about online versus in person. I always first at any school look at accreditation. Right. So I know in person, you don't have to worry about that as much, but online, make sure you go into the accredited university and they're accredited in whatever program they're doing.
Right.
And then based off that, then I think you have to ask yourself a question about your learning style. So how do you learn best? Do you need some in person? Can you keep up with, like, it's not that you're smart enough to do it because you can. You already asked the tougher question. You are smart enough to do this. But is it your style to go read all these books and or articles, then come write on the message board your thoughts on it, then write a paper about it, then go in a chat room? Like, is that your style? Right? Because that's what online could be. And there's hybrid courses too, right? So there's hybrid where you meet half online, half in person. So I think you really need to understand your learning style.
Exactly.
And what you're interested in studying. As far as money, like especially online, it's a little bit harder, but definitely for in-person programs, there's funding available. There's graduate assistantships. I always say reach out to the program director of that program and ask honest questions. Ask this. To talk to someone, well, first you're knowing the program, so you're going to talk to them and you're going to ask them about like timeline to degree, how long it's going to take, any funding opportunities. They probably going to say they don't got no money. If they don't got no money, ask where to redirect it to get money. Next, be asked to put in contact member with faculty members, right? You already should be doing that to see what their research interests are aligned. Thirdly, be asked to be in contact with a current student in the program.
Yeah.
VIP. You need to have a conversation with them.
Preferably multiple current students.
Yes.
If you
maybe a first year and a second year
black
student. Yeah.
I would get
person of color.
Yes, definitely a person of color. If you can't find nobody black adjacent.
Yeah, something. So it's just some things you can do. And once you start having these conversations and start adding up the math, it'll click for you. But that's just the hardest part. I tell people that's the hardest part of grad school, right? It's gathering all these schools and opportunities and having all these phone calls and sending the email. It takes months to do, right?
Yeah, it does.
But if you take the time to do it, by the time you roll around to the fall and you're making your decision, you'll be able to do it. Because now, you could apply to spring, but I think it's a little soon. I think you should be looking for fall next year and just take the next few months to start gathering this information and reaching out to folks and having conversations, because you're going to reach out to some programs and you ain't going to hear nothing.
You be like, fuck that.
And you got to realize if that's the type of energy you want, right? Again, if this is what they treat in prospective folks that coming in to pay their green money, how they treat current students compared to programs, as soon as you send the email, you might get a response in 2 hours.
They be on your ass.
They'd be like, hi, thank you for reaching out. We actually have open house. Then we're going to send you an email. So it's so important to start having those conversations. And once you start doing it, it'll start going in line.
Yeah. So I hope that helps out, Sis Cuz.
Yeah, I agree.
So as always, to submit your Black Love story, go to blacklovematters.com. To submit a question for Kitchen Table Talk, shoot us an email at blacklovematters@gmail.com. Remember, that's black with no K. To leave a question or comment about anything we talked about, hit us up on that website and hit us up on that voicemail. That's at 508-784-1111. That's 508-784-1111. The way Skype is set up, it's 2 minutes or less. So if you get cut off during that 2 minutes, just call right on back. 7-8. That's how it works. I wish I could set it up for more. But that's how it works. Skype will cut you off at 2 minutes. So call on back. 508-784-1111. 508-784-1111. I'll talk to you later. And remember, love is ever evolving.
Peace.
Peace.